We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico for our third and final convening for Ashé Fellowship. We had the opportunity to visit Owinge, one of the pueblos here of Albuquerque, New Mexico. They really showed us in action what it looks like to lead a community back to its customs, back to its traditions, and restore some of the things that were stolen from them during colonizational period. It was actually not planned, but there was an opportunity to see youth practicing traditional dances in preparation for a powwow. Thinking back to our very first convening in San Diego, we opened with a group of youth singing bird songs. It just really brought the full experience all the way around, and especially because in the indigenous communities, circles are so sacred. It represents a circle of life, and so coming all the way around to close this way with that kind of experience, it really made it so much more powerful.
The fellowship has allowed me to gain a greater appreciation of the stories of so many people throughout our communities and throughout my society. So I find myself in moments where if I hear different thoughts, different experiences that may be different than my own, to really take the time and lean into it and try to understand it a bit, deeply listen and gain appreciation, but also understand.
As Ashé Fellows, we've been empowered to understand who we are as leaders. The experience has been so powerful that we wanted to be able to have our young scholars experience that differently within the structures that they're existing in. We decided to develop a project where they are exploring their own identity, they're exploring civic and community engagement, and they're also exploring advocacy through sponsorship and mentorship.
Looking at other projects, some of the other fellows and thinking about that and like, wow, they're doing all of that work. If they can do it, I'm sure I can do that. I can play bigger. And so that has been a direct influence this fellowship has had about playing bigger.
There is a confidence that is finding its way to the steps that I take. I trust myself more quickly. If a thing doesn't work, I can own that and just figure out the why and then fail more gracefully.
It also gave me an opportunity to be somebody other than the CEO of Blue Educational Foundation. So it was just like, I'm just a person. I can just be in here and laugh and joke and tell stories and dance. That really set a tone for me for this fellowship, and then how I view myself in spaces outside of work. It's very impactful because it allowed me to kind of let my guard down a bit, and be open to possibility.
I started off almost reliant on people to answer the questions for me, and I'm leaving knowing exactly what I want and feeling confident enough to build the relationships and chase the opportunities that help manifest those things. The fellowship encourages that reflection. I am ending with almost a peace that I didn't start with that makes me feel like the things that I want are now more possible.
Let us all hope that the dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass away and the deep fog of misunderstanding will be lifted from our fear-drenched communities. And in some not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. Yours for the cause of peace and brotherhood, Martin Luther King Jr.